From throwing money at weddings to locked up, the explosive bail battle of Charlotte Debane and Peter Gagash Nonyane continues at Polokwane Magistrates Court. The dramatic recording involving attorney Charlotte Debane has unexpectedly taken center stage in the bail application involving her and her husband, Tshwane Metro Police Officer Peter Gagash Nonyane.
Na repeat ani chavi mun anchuangi nchumu.
A lawyer who, with her husband, is accused of stealing dead people's money, evaded arrest for some time, and on the day she was arrested, threatened to kill herself should she be granted bail. That is according to an investigating officer in the case of a Tshwane Metro Police Officer, Peter Nonyane, also known as Lamaswiti or Greater Gagash Municipality, and attorney wife Charlotte Debane. The two were arrested on allegations of the unlawful withdrawal and money laundering of about 1.75 million rand from the bank account of two deceased estates. They are appearing in the Polokwane Magistrates Court for bail hearing. According to police, the two should not be granted bail as they may evade trial. He said they lived in two different provinces and their passports show they frequently fly to Turkey. It's also said that when they arrested Nonyane, he also called Debane. He then said she would present herself at Polokwane police station, but failed to do so. But when the police arrived in Polokwane, she did not answer any of their calls. Later, when she answered, she told the police she is in Tzaneen. She also told the officer not to come with a police-marked vehicle because it will bring attention to her and that will be embarrassing, Thobejane said. The officer said he kept in touch with Debane, who continued to evade arrest. He also said that when he finally arrested her, Debane told him that if she were to be released on bail, she would take her own life. The investigation also showed that Nonyane takes home a salary of 11,000 rand per month, but is paying 46,000 rand for a Mercedes-Benz V-Class. Before his arrest, Nonyane had cultivated a larger-than-life social media persona, displaying expensive designer clothing, luxury vehicles, and wads of cash to a huge online following. But on Tuesday, the high-flying life was replaced by a high-stakes bail battle in the Polokwane Magistrates Court. Debane's legal representative challenged Thobejane's earlier testimony that Debane had threatened suicide. Debane denies ever telling the investigating officer she would kill herself if released on bail. My worship, if possible, I'll produce a recording of our conversation where she told me that she had already attempted suicide, if I'm not mistaken, 3 times, Thobejane responded. That answer forced Debane's legal representative to confer with her before returning to question why such potentially important evidence had not been disclosed during Thobejane's evidence in chief. The reason I never mentioned the recording is because the court never asked me if I have evidence of the testimony I was giving, Thobejane said. The court never asked me about the evidence. I only answer questions that were asked. The dramatic exchange came after Debane's lawyer argued that she had been under investigation for about 2 years without attempting suicide. Thobejane has opposed bail, alleging Debane initially resisted handing herself over, repeatedly changed proposed meeting times and locations, and could evade trial if released. Before the suicide recording emerged, however, the defense had scored points over another dramatic allegation. Thobejane testified on Monday that a Mercedes-Benz dealership received about 1.7 million from Debane and Nonyane towards a vehicle in October 2024. The dealership allegedly became suspicious about the transaction and contacted the Hawks, Before their eventual arrest, the couple allegedly went to the dealership demanding their money back. Thobejane said information from a source suggested Nonyane caused havoc at the dealership and allegedly produced a firearm. Under cross-examination on Tuesday, however, he conceded that the CCTV footage he personally viewed showed only the reception area and did not capture the alleged chaos. The defense also produced correspondence from the dealership which apparently made no mention of a havoc or a firearm. Nonyane's lawyer argued that had he produced a firearm to intimidate the dealership employees, it would reasonably have resulted in a criminal complaint. Thobejane maintained that his information came from a source at the dealership. The bail battle shifted to allegations that Debane contacted families whose deceased estate formed part of the investigation. Thobejane said that members of the Matabata family told him Debane had repeatedly contacted them until they blocked the number allegedly being used. Her lawyer disputed this and indicated that evidence would be produced to demonstrate Debane had not made those calls. I have no comment. We will meet at the trial to hear that evidence, Thobejane replied. The defense further argued that Debane could not have contacted witnesses while incarcerated. Her employees, however, remained in possession of her official business cell phone and communicated with clients about their cases. Again, Thobejane produced what he said was evidence. If it pleases the court, I have voice notes and screenshots proving she called them while in a jail cell, he said. Nonyane's flamboyant lifestyle also entered the state's argument against bail. The court heard evidence concerning an approximately 46,000 Rand monthly installment on a Mercedes-Benz V-Class registered in Nonyane's name, placing his finances under scrutiny alongside the lifestyle he publicly projected before he...
Yeah, hey, Madanga is coming, hey, the SIU and all those things. Let them come, I'm clean.
For now, the court is dealing with a critical question. Should Charlotte Debane and Peter Nonyane be released on bail? The state has opposed bail. Investigators have raised concern about the possible flight risk, possible witness interference, and the seriousness of the allegation. The defense, meanwhile, has challenged the strength and reliability of aspects of the investigating officer's evidence. They have questioned allegations involving Mercedes-Benz dealership. They have disputed claims about contacts with witnesses, and they have challenged allegations related to Debane's alleged statement about suicide. The bail hearing has therefore become a battle over competing versions. And as each side presents its argument, new information continue emerging. Perhaps one of the striking aspects of this case is there was a social media image. Peter Gagash Nonyane, designer clothing, luxury cars, stack of money, a large following. On the other side, there's now a courtroom, an investigating officer, allegations of stolen estate money, a 1.7 million Rand transaction, questions about firearms, questions about witnesses, and a husband and a wife fighting for their freedom. As the bail battle continues, the court will have to determine whether the accused should be released, and eventually, if the case proceeds to trial, the evidence will have to be tested. Until then, the allegations remain allegations. This is True Crime Unlocked. For more true crime stories, continue to subscribe, like, and comment.